Alright guys, welcome back to the Sawmill. Thursday, July 4th. And this should be the last video on this walnut log. This is, I think, the fourth video I've done. I've tried to document this whole series here on this log so you guys can see every slab that comes off of it. And today we should get 4 more 9/4 slabs, and this one's finally going to be done. And then on to more walnut and a butternut as well. I'm not sure if I'll do the walnut or the butternut first. Which ones you guys want to see first? You want to see the butternut first or the walnut? The other walnut I'm talking about is the second cut from this walnut tree. I think it's an 8 or a 10 footer, and the diameter is about 31 inches. And of course the butternut's a lot smaller, but it's going to be pretty interesting also. We'll be cutting that up for Curtis Buchanan, a Windsor chair maker about 15 miles down the road. But let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see first, the other walnut or the butternut. Or for some of you, it probably doesn't really matter. You just like seeing this thing run like I do. Doesn't matter to me. So I'll tally up those replies and we'll decide in the next video which one we do. And tomorrow's Friday, and maybe tomorrow evening if I can get some free time, I'll do the Q&A video on the front porch if it's not raining. But what we're going to do today here is finish up this walnut, and I should get 4 more slabs out of it like I was saying a second ago. 31 inches wide, premium stuff. And I had a question the other day about these slabs. They was asking how much these would be worth. Well, once I air dry these, and I'll probably air dry these longer than usual just because I want to have 0 defects if I can. Probably looking at about a year before they go in the kiln. Maybe 9 months, probably a year though, maybe next spring. And judging by the board feet, each one of these slabs is 40 board feet per slab. And when you think about price on something like that, being this is really wide walnut, there's not a lot of knots or defects, and the sapwood's very minimal, I would take no less than $20 a board foot for these slabs. I think they're just, they're unique for this area. Now if you go out to California or Illinois where they got the big Claro walnuts, I think I'm saying that right, those things are 5 and 6 foot wide. That's not as unique around here. But for us, a walnut this size is hard to come by. So when you do the math, these slabs, $800 a piece is what I will sell them for when they're dried. Or, if anybody wants a table, send me an email. These will make nice tables or countertops or a desk or something like that. They're plenty wide enough for something. So, anybody's interested in having a table built in about a year, leave me an email. Contact information is always down below in these videos. Without a doubt, these things will be hard to let go when I do either make tables and sell them or just sell them to other woodworkers. Rare find right here for me. And real quick before we start, I had another question about how I'm stacking these because they are heavy and I can't get the tractor in here with the way this building's configured right now. I'll be fixing that later on. But the stack is only about 3 feet from the loading arms right here beside the mill, and I'll take the camera in just a second to show you guys what I'm talking about. So as every slab comes off the mill, I'm putting on these loading arms for you guys to see it, and then I'm transferring it about 3 feet away to the stack where it's going to stay until it goes in the kiln. So it's really not that far, and they are heavy. They're probably about 350 pounds per slab, maybe heavier than that. And it would be nice to have some help in here, but I like to work by myself, so that's not going to happen either. Let me put the camera down here. I'll show you guys where they're going. They're actually going on the top of another stack of 8/4 walnut or 9/4 walnut, and those are pretty wide as well, but nowhere near with the width of these. So as you can see, they come off the mill right to the loading arms. Then I stand them up and I walk them over about 3 feet here and lay them down on this stack, and it goes pretty smoothly. And that's how I'm doing it. And as soon as I get my post in here and reconfigure this building and take these rotted metal beams out and put in some nice hemlock, I'm going to have this open down here on the side so the tractor can come straight in and pick up these slabs to take them to the kiln. That's where they're going, so it's actually not too bad because the stack is so close to the mill. first slab, and this one had the pith in it. And I was actually able to center the pith right in the middle of this slab. That's why we got this crack running down the middle of it here. So, nothing you can do about that. Every tree has a pith. You just gotta try to isolate it to one slab if you can. And a really nice slab, even though we have the pith coming down the middle, you have two options here. Whenever this is dried, if you buy this from me and want to make something out of it, you can come down through here and cut the pith out of it, and you get two, you know, this one about 20 inches and 10 inches, you get two slabs out of it, and you get the pith out of it completely, which is the best thing to do, in my opinion, to get the pith out of there, throw it in the firewood pile. Or you could come in here with some epoxy and try to stabilize this crack. You know, the latter of those two ideas I'm not a fan of, but the first one, just getting rid of it here, you still have two really nice slabs left over. And we actually have some quarter sawn grain on the sides because we're sawing parallel to the pith, just like quarter sawn oak. Really nice right here on this color and this grain right here. And we'll throw some water on it, and I got some recommendations in the last video, and you guys were right. When I put water on these slabs, dumping a bucket of water looks a whole lot better than the water hose does. So we'll go back to our old method here of putting water on these things.
Out of the darkness, into the light, won't let it go easy, not without a fight. No matter